Oh shoot, are we live?
Yeah.
Hello everyone.
Hello.
Do you
Welcome
need
to-
me in this call, or shall I back out now?
Are we doing countdown in the call or in Twitch chat? Or Vapor's left, so I guess we're doing it in Twitch chat.
Okay,
Yeah.
fine. Alright, have fun. Bye!
Hi.
Good luck. So welcome everyone to the 16th race of the tournament.
Is it 16 already?
This is the 20% mark, a fifth of the way through the group stage. And it's been fantastic so far, hasn't it?
It sure has.
Hopefully Vapor and Mango can live up. At two big names. I mean, Mango is a multiple world record holder, long-time runner of this game, been a bit in and out, but Vapor also current any percent world record holder, and probably the favourite for this race, I'd say.
I think that's fairly likely. He's been scarily fast and consistent this tournament so
He's
far.
a fantastically consistent runner. I mean, he's had a strong start of 132.38 and a 130.34 in his two races so far. I mean, the only runner who's gone so far who can match that is Duck Bob. His PB is a 131. That's not to say Derek, JD, Crick, Gibstack, Jordan could probably beat that 132. Regardless of what their PBs say. Oh yeah, we might want to fix that title up. Good luck, Vapor. So who in chat's excited? Ben Pie says go Ben Pie. Okay. And Mango's just declared that Ben wins. Well, thank you everyone for watching this. It's a fantastic race.
That's a very simple commentating.
What a race we had today here. Ben Pie with the victory 5 minutes before the race begins. I mean, we're saying Vapor's the favourite. Don't count out Mango. He's 135. He hasn't really touched ASM much since the last one, but he has been learning some new things. He's been doing out of bounds in runs recently, so
Yeah, it's
always pull out a PB.
It's definitely not a done and dusted race off the start.
Oh,
It's
no.
going to be close and come down to the hard missions as in all the exciting races. I wouldn't be surprised if you have to see some out of bounds drama to determine the winner.
Oh, I think both runners will go for out of bounds.
Yes, I do too.
I mean, Vapo's on 60 FPS. He seems to be very comfortable with them. He does his own 7-3 with the corner strap. He has bridge clip. Mango's only just been learning them, but I'm pretty sure he has been doing them in his runs, his practice runs, so I wouldn't be surprised to see him bust them out as well.
I have heard Mango is now on 100 FPS for this.
Mango will like to state beforehand that anything that doesn't go perfectly is entirely because he's playing on 100 FPS.
Which is very fair, and we will make sure to do that as long as the payment enters my bank account before the end of the race.
Wait, you're getting paid for this?
No, I'm getting paid for buyer's commentary.
Who do I have to speak to about this? No one offered me payment.
Yeah, you should ask Vapor. He's rich.
Vapor thinks Ben Pie hates him because Ben wants a close race. And Vapor's clearly saying that's an insult.
You never know.
But, I mean, we've had some fantastically close races. I mean, Chris Jordan last night. I mean, just wow.
Oh yeah, the title has been updated. Just slowly checking it on.
Alright.
So far we see, or I can see on my secret restreamer that Mango is all ready and prepared to go while Vapo is having fun glitching around Room 2. Cheating, I would say.
Oh my days, he's cheating. I mean, he said he almost left the save states on, so...
Yeah. I've yet to see the save state message pop up, but we never know.
He turned them off. Make sure you keep an eye out for that, chat.
Yeah. Demand strictest scrutiny during this race. No G to Vapo. Just to clarify, Vapo does not cheat. He's actually just very good at this game. Does Mango cheat as well?
That's the thing. Let us know when Vapo gets ready to go, I guess.
Yeah.
You're the one who's got eyes on that.
I have eyes on three streams today.
Restream? Oh, you're watching this one as well.
I've got the restream just to confirm.
Yeah. I think we'll use the restream for commentary because the delay in the others is probably quite high.
Yeah,
no spoilers.
I'll definitely commentate from looking at the restream so that I'm not many seconds ahead of everyone else, having an advantage of being the computer that is sending all these runs out to the wide internet.
The channel itself giving Mango the win for best profile picture. Controversial, maybe?
Wow.
I mean, it's a pretty good profile picture.
It is a nice profile picture. But, you know, Vapo's got quite an impressive profile picture himself.
Both better than mine.
Yeah, revealing his secret Smash heritage.
Yeah, so secret. So, Mango is practicing by pretty sure he was doing runs this afternoon. Vapo was playing Portal not long ago, so...
Yeah, so if you see Vapo firing a portal gun, he has got confused. I don't even know if he has a portal gun
in this game. That's A, a fantastic time save, and B, the mods need to have a quick discussion about the rules mid-race, and two of them are in this race.
Yes, I would very much like to see a portal mod for the Simpsons system.
Well, yeah, where is the portal gun mod? You make mods, Apple.
Yeah. I think it's out of the realm of current possibilities, but we never know. Anyway, it is 6 o'clock, so we should probably start the race before we all grow old.
Okay, switch the scene. Let's get ready to rumble.
Indeed.
Would you like to do the countdown, Apple?
Yeah, sure. Both Vapo and Mango listening, or do we do it in text?
They're probably. I don't think they're in the call. I don't know if they're listening to the stream.
Okay.
I think they're ready. Aye, Captain.
Yeah. 3, 2, 1, go.
Go, go, go. And what a race we have here as we wait for both runners the delay to catch up and start. I just noticed Mango's hovering over. No, he's not ready. Vapo wants to reset. This is fantastic. There we go. Mango's gone to yes.
And Mango's
winning. And there goes Vapo. What a race. They're neck and neck in this intro cutscene.
It looks like...
Can you believe it?
So, yeah. Pretty close so far, but we'll see what happens when the controversial game actually begins.
There's a game? Oh my days, this is just too much. I can't handle this.
It's hard to believe after the thrilling plot opening cutscene that there is in fact more. You do in fact go and buy the cola that was advertised on TV. So,
wow, spoilers.
It's a very high stakes game, this. So, even in this first... Yeah.
They successfully do the first strat of jumping onto the car. The hardest strat in the game.
Yeah. So although this mission is in fact very easy in that you can't fail it, it's actually It's got some reasonable strats to go fast. It's very, very optimised being the first, and it's not uncommon to see people reset in co-locator.
No, you see a few things. You jump onto the car to skip the entering car animation. That saves a small amount of time. And you see them go for a vent to collect some coins. Even it's a slight time loss. It's like less than a second. But you need to collect 3,625 coins during the run because the game makes you.
There's a good number. Now we're on to race Principal Skinner to school, which again is being the first real mission of the game, is not a particularly challenging race. So again, they get to take a small detour to get some more coins while driving around.
It is hardly a race. I can't imagine anyone ever failing this race while actually trying to beat it. No one would ever.
You can't be a speedrunner and fail this race, surely.
It was my first time playing on PS2, and I couldn't find the select button to reset my car.
That is fair.
It was a really bad way. So I think Mango has a slight lead in the order of milliseconds.
It does look like it.
And that's probably Vapo being on 60 FPS. Will have a slightly slower Homer 1 than other runners of his level.
Yes, that is true. Homer 1 is one of the levels that I believe is most sped up actually by the glitchier physics of higher FPS.
Yeah. Although, interestingly, Vapo, a big proponent of 60 FPS, actually loses less time to other runners on his early game than switching to 60.
But Vapo has always been consistent and even a better late game than some of the people with scarily optimised early games.
Yeah, Vapo's definitely his strength. It really comes into the end game. So they could see this be quite close for a long time.
Indeed.
So, Apple, do you have any reasons as to why Rod's inhaler is on the duff truck?
I have no theories. I don't know why Homer was going near a duff truck with an inhaler. I don't even know why Homer stole an inhaler. As far as I know, he doesn't have asthma, and it just doesn't seem like him to just steal for the thrill of it.
No, he's borrowing without the intent of returning.
Yeah. But whereas I could see borrowing a lawnmower or other useful devices, the inhaler poses more questions than it answers.
I think Vapo did the slightly older route there for getting Neighbour's Wasp. Mango went around the front before turning back in, and Vapo went around the back and turned in. Mango's route's slightly newer there. It's designed to try and make the Trailer Park Wasp more consistent when it comes to Flowers by Irene.
Wasps. The bane of any Simpsons hit and run.
Wasps are a weirdly designed thing.
Indeed.
But Mango on his side. Wow. Not getting that's the draw side of these higher FPS physics. Sometimes it can just go wild on you, and the families are down. People don't really talk about it as much, but I always had some of my worst physics effects on it.
It's certainly a dodgy car. Now you'll see the first controversial strat of the game where both runners do not use the Plough King. The reason behind this strat is that
Vapo gets the minivan, and Mango actually avoids the ute and takes a bit of time to get the minivan himself. Clearly more comfortable with it. This is interesting. A lot of people I've seen said that they prefer the ute.
I've certainly heard probably more praise for the ute than the minivan.
The Vapo's got a slight lead, but it could all change here. This is the first real strat of the game. They're going to try and push Guide Smithers into this wall here and get him stuck in a corner, and Vapo gets it very nicely, and so does Mango.
Yeah.
Vapo, in theory, as a bonus to lower FPS, you should deal more damage when hitting cars. And we should see Vapo get a... Actually, I think his destruction was a bit slower than Mango's. because he seemed to get the push in earlier. Still slightly ahead though.
Yeah.
Look at that sync.
Yeah, if you ignore the timers, the RTA plus stream delay is they're very in sync.
Yeah. In fact, I think even the IGT is fairly well. The RTA is and the IGTs are fairly in sync. The Vapos did start a bit later on our screen.
So yeah, this mission's just relatively trivial. Just go fast.
There's actually a bit of complications at the start. I think they both press the button rather than going for the button jump strat, which can save about a second and a half if you do it optimally, but you can lose a lot of time if you don't get it. It's all about making these cycles on the lift.
Yeah, I know Vapo's been quite famous for not doing button jump, regardless of his
Vapo,
time.
for its speed, there's quite a few safe strats, and to be fair, he's getting these fast times, so who can really fault him? And neither runner happy with their cars. Vapo clearly would rather have had the Ute that Mango got, I think. Or Mango had the option to get. And Mango complaining about the sedan physics he had. Because Vapo has a bit more of a lead now than just the difference between the timers. Slightly ahead on the footage. Oh, we should all post like emotes. We should all post 2 of them because they're on the screen at the same time. Come on, chat. That's one apple.
Oh, sorry. A lot of sexy footage.
There's so much sexy footage. And this is a fuzz by. It's a simple follow mission, but for these top runners, it'll be a lot more technical. They're gonna try and manipulate traffic to make sure the black van doesn't get stuck, and try and keep the distance as precise as they want it to be to change the speed of the black van so it slows down when they want it to, but otherwise goes as fast as possible.
Yeah, like most games, there's rubber banding in the AI, so if you get further away, it slows down to help you catch up. So it's very important sometimes to actually drop back to slow it down to manipulate it, rather than just making it go as fast as possible.
So you see, they'll. I think Vapo's slightly looked behind himself there. There's a chance that the black van can get stuck on the side of the barn there, but it doesn't feed them, which is good news. And yeah, here's Vapo slowing down in the parking lot. Otherwise, the van would get stuck trying to enter that tunnel on the left-hand side. And Mango also does that, and Mango actually slows down more to get those that rend there. There's a slight difference in their coin routes.
And you see the first clear sign on Vapo's screen of the weird wasps physics, where he very clearly drives through a wasp without it exploding. And that is just because this game codes wasps in a weird way, and after you destroy a certain number, they actually lose their hitboxes to vehicles, so they just cannot be blown up.
Meanwhile, a Mango got both of them, and they've did different strats there. Vapo followed the black van out to try and keep its speed up and not lose time to warping out of the car. As Mango got out of his car because on the foot the black van actually goes at full speed. They've got Bone Storm here, another hard mission.
I've been informed by speedrun expert KSFQQ that a tree coin was missed, and thus the run is likely to be a disaster.
That's it's all over. Who missed it? I just assumed they'd both get it. Vapo getting not a fantastic Bone Storm, but it should actually it's better than I thought.
Yeah,
I probably misjudged it. He'll be able to turn around.
Yeah, he gets the shortcut. It looks like.
Did Mango miss a drop because he fell quite far behind there?
Seems he either might have or.
Yeah, he missed it. No. So he's gonna. So Vapo is able to turn around and take the shortcut. Mango will just have to drive on and utilize a car reset.
Yeah.
He's not. He's gonna drive around the fire truck.
This is probably the hardest mission in Homer 1, just because the Bone Storm truck can be rather picky about whether a hit counts as a drop or not, I would say.
Yeah,
that was Smithers' strat.
You can get like someones that feel like they should drop and they don't, and then sometimes you get ones that like, how did that drop? And Vapo, utilizing the car reset here, and Mangle also do it to just clip into the power plant wall, and you can reverse do it and drive through the power plant and skip the whole of the race. Basically, it saves, I want to say, close to 2 minutes.
It's so the actual race, which is easy to forget if you just watch speedruns, is going around the whole of this level, and it's a very long race normally.
And it's quite tough, because Mr. Burns' limo is no slouch, which is impressive because you blew it up about 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, it's Mr. Burns, so I imagine he can get a pretty good mechanic.
And Vapo finishing with an 11:51 Homer 1, not bad at all. Mango, meanwhile, strays over 12 minutes. It's about 14 seconds difference here. Vapo already got the lead, but 14 seconds is nothing in this level of the game. Well, this stage of the game.
Yeah, there's
14 seconds is. Any amount of time is nothing until you're in that track speed.
Indeed, there's an absolute ridiculous number of missions where 14 seconds could be lost for just about any reason, some completely out of your control. So
this game is not a fan of letting you do what you want. And you notice that Mango actually picked up the sports car instead of getting into the honor roller at the start of this race. It's quite a bit faster than the honor roller. Oh, but he missed the jump to skip the animation, the victory animation. I think he was too busy getting the gag, and that will cost him a couple of seconds. Just these small optimizations will make a big difference between runners at this level. And Vapo picked up a sports car as well at the start of the mission because you just don't want to drive the honor roller when you can avoid it. I actually prefer the Canyonero to the honor roller.
It's not a great car.
The honor roller just is horrid, and it's those fins on the side, the hitbox of them, is just, I always get stuck on it. It's so annoying. Yeah, Vapo's got a fairly sizable lead.
Yeah.
Right now.
And again, seeing as it's not being due to a missed strat or anything, it just shows the difference relatively small optimizations can make over over only 14 minutes so far.
So that they're a couple seconds apart. Mango missed a drop on Bone Storm, and that's it. He's lost like 10 seconds to Vapo there. Even though Mango picked up the sports car for detention deficit disorder, which would save some time over Vapo, he's still far behind. Well, he's still a chunk behind. And Vapo coming up to the end of this mission. It's got an interesting strat to it to avoid rigging.
That strat is called "Just Go Forward" forehead.
Well, it's a
not
bit more to that.
It looks like that if you're not aware.
You hop across the other side of the road, then cut through the grassy circle around the sit and rotate, and it just throws off Wigham's AI. He can't really track you when you're on that circle. It just because you're not on what he views as a road. He doesn't know how to get to you.
Yeah. You see, there's a few examples in the speedrun of tricking the AI by taking weird routes where the AI just has no idea which way to go and tends to pick the wrong way.
And Mango's nerd parties, they just span out into the fire trucks. This should make this mission quite easy for him because it doesn't take a lot to go wrong before you can actually fail this mission. Yeah, because the nerd car is really fast.
Yeah, I'm still fairly sure it's a mistake that the nerd car is quite so fast in this mission. It can be very difficult to catch up and actually in the next time you see the nerd car, spoilers, it comes back, it's a much slower car, so makes me wonder if they did actually mean for it to be quite this fast.
It's like Skinner's also really fast in the first mission.
Skinner is terrifying.
Vapo went for the box and the wasp at the town hall, and he just bounced off the steps, didn't get them. Mango gets them. That'll help out his points massively. And actually, Vapo very cleverly makes up for it by getting the wasp at the courthouse. That's some good on-the-fly routing by him. And Mango's going for dirt jump. Vapo didn't go for it, and Mango gets it. Ooh, Black Man got stuck. And he's going to try and turn around and come back out. Mango's trying to push him forwards. I don't think he'll be able to do it.
That is the risk of dirt jumper. Very cool strat where you trick it into taking a shortcut, but it many times it really does not want to take that shortcut. And as you can see, if it feels like it, it will just turn around and try and get back on its predetermined path.
Yeah, it's designed to go around, and sometimes it takes a right-hand side path around that jump, and you can go on the right-hand side and just force him up the jump. It's a lot harder on the FPSs because you don't get the boost you would on a higher one. And Mango just unfortunately couldn't quite get him all the way through. Why is Snake so far away? I was about to say about Vapors, but a question mark, but I see why. And he's going to utilize quite a clever car reset. We've seen some already, especially the one in that Smithers race, but he'll reset while he's on this shortcut, and it will take him to the closest road, which is the highway above him. It saves, I think, 20 seconds.
There's also an interesting glitch you can get in this mission, actually. If you get out your car during this countdown that Mango was just on, you can not reset your car anymore. So you then have to, first of all, you have to hope you notice it, because if you try and go to the shortcut and then try and reset, you'll waste quite a bit of time. I think most people have encountered that glitch at some point, and it's quite frustrating.
It's not too bad here, because you lose that glitch when you main menu warp, as you'll see Vapo do here. And the point of the main menu warp is, we said earlier you can only get 2 freebies a level, usually. But a main menu warp resets that, and it also resets that car reset glitch. But you know what I did? I did this in a no mission warps run, so I was pretty screwed.
Yeah, that's a tricky one. Yeah, you'll see you'll see these mission warps quite a few times going on, because wasps are some of the best way to get coins, and it's relatively quick to mission warp instead of, particularly as you walk to the mission anyway. So it's a small time loss, but it gives you two more wasps to kill, which is very often worth it.
Spent a lot of times this tournament. What's your opinion on Cletus Truck?
I despise the Cletus Truck. I think it's one of the worst cars in the game. I hate controlling it, and I hate how it appears in like 1,000 missions. So, that's my opinion.
It's absolutely terrible. I wouldn't say it's the worst car in the game, but it's the worst car we use in speedruns.
Yeah.
There are some I'll say as well, like the Husk is horrendous.
Yeah, but I mean, the Husk is... Yeah. When you're comparing a car to the Husk, you know it's not a very good one.
Oh, Mango got some physics then. Yeah. Oh, that could have been a lot worse if he got stuck in his side if we sent back out to the road. We lost him a lot of time. Yeah,
I'd say the Cletus Truck is a nice first introduction to the very wonky physics a lot of cars have in this game. You see it beforehand, but this one very much confirms that the game is just nonsense.
I mean, when we're saying about slightly slower early games on 60 FPS, you really hit that worst actually in Marge. There's a mission you're forced to use a Cletus Truck. And I think it loses about 10 seconds in that mission. It's pretty insane. And Mango went for the gazebo wasp here. Well, you didn't see Vapo do that. I think it's kind of quick, but it kind of can make the wasps in Monkey See Monkey Do a bit awkward.
Bart Simpson at your service.
Now, I hope to see some saxophone emojis in chat, as we have one of my favourite pieces of music from the soundtrack. It's the Monkey See.
We have monkeys at the moment. I mean, just look at that monkey's glorious face.
This is the power of the Sony PlayStation 2. So I strongly recommend you go out and buy one today if you haven't already purchased this modern marvelous console.
The PS2 can only handle this level of graphics, so everyone else would be forced to suffer through them. And speaking of the graphics on the main game, it hold up fairly well. I think it would look a lot worse with better graphics. Mango's going for that avenge at the hospital. It's quite slow, that avenge. A lot of the top runners won't go for that. Unless they're long points, but I think he's fine. And Vapo... Oh my gosh, Vapo overshot it, but he bounced and got the monkey still. He'll miss the construction box, but what a save. He caught the lid.
Oh, and he destroys the vehicle to get a few more coins now.
I mean, it was just sitting there smoking. Barring the hit and run repeating, it's a fairly through 10 coins. Oh, Mango missed the box in the courthouse and he's actually going to go back for that. He just went straight over it and he set too soon.
You'll see,
and Mango on a higher FPS will slow down on the jump to make sure he doesn't overshoot.
Yeah, it's very easy to overshoot that jump actually.
I mean, I've done it on console.
Yeah.
Sorry.
The higher FPSs do make it worse, but you do have to be careful to control your speed and not just go flat out when you will just launch over.
So glad to be of service. Just give me a second.
They're collecting that wasp and ready to collect these last couple of monkeys, round it off, and we come into the first hard mission of the game, I'd say. The first one where top level runners struggle with it quite often.
Yeah, I'd say this is the first mission where you can really tell how the run's going if this goes well.
The bane of a lot of people.
Yeah.
Laws of physics.
Here's how bad it is. Speaking of Vapo's 80% world record I mentioned earlier, today they've been looking to routing this out. It loses about 50 seconds, but you can get so many points during the time, and you do have to deal with a slightly harder cutscene skip.
Yeah.
As well, see cutscene skip at the end of this mission, which can really change the flow of a race situation.
Yeah, the sellouts cars are very weak actually, but it's still can be a pain to destroy, and you'll see the main tactic is to really go full speed head on for the first hit, and you'll see that does a significant chunk of damage, and then you usually just try and guide it into some obstacle, but much easier said than done.
I shouldn't enjoy this so much.
I think anyone can confirm that.
Oh, it's these cars can just sometimes not go, and when they get down to one hit like this, you need a very solid hit to deal damage to them, but you can kill them all.
Yeah.
Look like a fast second car.
Yeah, another quirk of this game's logic is that essentially you can never destroy a car in one hit. You can always bring it to the brink of explosion and then you need to hit it again. So sometimes the difficulties.
6:23.
That is
for Vapo.
Very nice.
It's a solid time, but Vapo will probably not be much more than okay with that.
As we see.
Probably want better.
Now we'll see if Vapo gets to skip the cutscene.
It's a 1 frame trick or so.
And he does it in only 1,000 pauses.
Went a bit early, but he got there.
Yeah.
Mango having some trouble with the last gun, but still gets to 618.
Yeah.
Vapo being on 60 FPS will of course have an easier time with the cutscene skip than Mango will.
Yeah.
As he starts Nerd Rick screen as the spoiler return of the nerd car.
Yeah.
Mango's posted debated, is he debating us?
we shall see what happens. And he did debate us by not debating us.
Oh no! Oh, that's a 55, roughly second time loss there.
Some decolons in chat, please.
That's just. Oh!
My squishy.
No, oh, that's one for the stat sheet.
Yes, someone should work on that.
I'm not sure how to do this. I'm just gonna count how many we've had. Did you have quite a lot of cutscenes? That's our 15th cutscene skip I missed, and the 6th in part 1. Oof.
Yeah, but we do get to see the amazing Triposaurus, where it's revealed it is in fact a Trunk/dinosaur.
I cannot believe it.
Yeah.
Also, we gotta have some plot. Bart has just been abducted by aliens. The Vapo doesn't know that. Vapo doesn't know why he's running around just loosely looking for Bart.
Now to get
But Mango, with that superior plot knowledge, will be able to gain an advantage in Lisa.
Yeah. But you'll notice, well, you won't notice because it's a speed run, but the entirety of Lisa is essentially, or is Lisa just looking to try and find Bart. And, well, I'd say she doesn't do a great job of that, if I'm honest.
Does she try her best?
She does try. She isn't.
Guy's a good shout.
Yeah.
And then Millhouse is another good shout, but Millhouse is just going to lead her on a wild goose trail, trying to go on a date with her.
You'd think Millhouse might care more that his best friend has gone missing, but I suppose that's the power of a crush that's very much not going to happen.
Have you seen those future episodes of The Simpsons? It's a 50-50
yeah.
split, Millhouse will know.
We try not to talk about the ones that show that.
We try not to talk about a lot of the episodes, just some of the old ones.
Yeah. I see Vapo's gone to the beach.
He's come to collect. These are fairly new, probably a month or so old, this route. But it implies that it's going to go for fast simulator, which is, I think, something he didn't do for a while.
Yeah.
Yes, Cal. Mango missed part 1. And Vapo not going for boat jump. There's a strat there. He's been trying to ramp off a pole and get on top of hit a dead zone warp trigger. It'll take you on top of the boat. It's designed for if you fall off it. But it's harder at low FPS.
Vapo now entering probably the most popular room in speedrunning, running the coin grinding room, as it's affectionately known.
Do you like this room? Although it lags so much on console.
Yeah.
My PS2. Actually, it didn't do that in the race. Just the one time it didn't lag.
Yeah, there's a lot of coins.
Vapo has 1,090 coins, which is a little over a quarter of the amount of coins you'll need for the whole run.
Yeah. I always find this that coin grind quite interesting because it looks like you have no time, but it turns out it's actually very quick to get to Millhouse, who, unfortunately for Vapo, appears to have killed himself.
Oh no, Vapo's got. Oh my, what's he? I've never seen him fall all the way over there. And Vapo's just sitting there. Vapo should run away or spin the camera around. It should reset him, but Millhouse just going to slowly, but impressively, walk up the cliff.
I would say that is difficult, and then to punish him for wasting time, he is of course immediately shoved back down the cliff again.
I mean, if you don't kick Millhouse down the cliff, are you even a speedrunner?
I agree, and after he did that, I would personally take time off to ensure that it's okay.
Wow. Mango not going to the clueless coin room.
Wow.
Is he clueless?
But he does go for the important Millhouse spot, so...
It's, clueless, was added in, I don't know when it was added in. I want to say last year at some point. And it's kind of in and out, back and forth a bit.
Yeah, there's been quite a lot of debates
of confident in his coin.
Whether or not it's worth
it. If Mango's playing fast demo, beach coins are something he wouldn't have gotten anyway.
Mango getting a very interesting Apu strat right now.
Oh wow. I've never seen Cletus phase through a poo like that on higher than 60 FPS. Oh my gosh, what is going on? Everyone look away, this is not appropriate. I mean, that's actually quite a clever reset because he should get himself stuck in the corner as long as he's always was able to back out enough. Mango wasn't fast enough to get there in time. He'll get this. It's quite slow. It should work.
Looks like
it's going to help extend Vapor's lead.
Yes, indeed.
But I've never seen Vapor like that badly. And Vapor, what card did Vapor pick up? I didn't see. Oh, he's picked up the budget for focus. He's not even going to try to make it over the rock. In fact, he's actually not going to go for the coins at all. He's happy with his coins. Taking out 50 coins there to save some time. Here's another. It's not necessarily hard. It's just the game can choose whether or not wants to be counted. And that's actually probably as good as this mission can go because now the alien car will destroy itself on the wall. Vapor doesn't have to stop to do a second hit. That's gone about as well as it could have done for Vapor there. A great first car.
Indeed, very good.
I assume Mango not going for the coin and will probably get the cross the coin that Vapor didn't. Oh wow! Chat telling us this timer.
Yeah, they've.
Just very briefly, I think Vapor must have faster loads than Mango then. Oh, but his second car's not done it as well. But it's not been too bad, and oh wow, it blew itself up on the sign, and Vapor will still be able to take the shortcut. Got a bit fortunate with where it landed, but now we're over here in a car reset in the attempt to get a strat on the third car. And oh no! He didn't quite get it fully. It's solid.
Yeah.
But he should have, on that pole, got to one hit damage. And Vapor's...
I think he forgot that he got the coins earlier. That's quite a nice spot.
A bit of a slower first car. He's had to slow down at the down to kill the car and have to accelerate back uphill, which is not easy in the school bus. And here we get slithery sleuthing. How do you think will Vapor just go for the RNG manipulation, or the new one, or will he just go for the old-fashioned strat complementing Snake?
I'm not sure. I'm not actually. I can't remember what Vapor does. I imagine, although he has no mic, I imagine he'll stick to complementing.
I don't figure. Oh, he's fallen behind. I don't know if he'll be able to get the straight. He's not going for it.
Not going for it. And Snake is really punishing him for his slowness.
Oh, over the bridge. That's nasty. And at least it's on the other side. Oh, and Vapor's kind of gone past it.
Yeah, that
just about makes it.
That was scary.
Oh, that could have been a lot worse. Yeah. I mean, you could have failed the mission, but also, Mango's got the first car strap, by the way. Yeah, if he goes even further than that, you have to drop all the way back around. You can lose as much as 30 seconds to a good drop.
And yeah, it's a very punishing mission if you miss a drop actually, because Snake does go fast, and often the slowing down and turning back can cause him to go too far.
Bandit is one of the fastest cars in the game. I don't know how much, because Mango hasn't really touched ASM since the last tournament, barring this week, and for a bit he was doing hard and do it, but since sub 330 I don't think he's really played much at all. So I don't know how comfortable he is with the Snake minute, if he's been trying it really.
It looks like he's going for it. And he gets, oh, yeah.
He's gone for it.
And yeah.
And this should work, has he passed the trigger point?
I think he's
I think Mango blocked him a bit soon to lose a lot of time, but there we go. I think that was still going to be a really bad drop if he didn't do it.
Yeah. Certainly still more comfortable than what Vapor got, so...
Oh yeah, no, he probably did save a bit of time over Vapor there.
Yeah, so that strat works on the fact that the game sort of just gives a random timer for when the Snake will drop once he's in the regen. And by manipulating to get in front of him, you can just force him to not move while that time is counting down so that he drops it before the bridge. I think it's a bit slower than optimal luck, but it's obviously much safer.
Savor your freedom, my cold-blooded friends.
Optimal luck, you'll lose a little over a second due to the power reset, and also you block Snake at the start, which will slow him down.
Tell me what he
Yeah.
knows.
And Vapor's pulling a sad face in the chat. Probably over the Snake.
Probably over Snake, yeah.
Let's just do this thing.
But I think there's a few other times we'll
Lisa
have this
Simpson,
timer come into play, really.
speed, more speed.
One of them's a super rare occasion. One of them is not really a big deal, just a few seconds. And the other is one that the runners will actively manipulate, but to a lesser extent than the Snake. And Vapor's going to go for fast limo. And he doesn't quite get it, but deals a lot of damage. And he,
not
go in.
Not great.
It's not clean, but
This reminds me of when
if
I
it gets
was a
stuck in
little
it, no, it
girl.
fell down. He should be fine.
Kids at home don't imitate
If it got
the
stuck on its
hitchhikers.
side, there's a chance it would just reset back onto the road, and that would be. Vapor would have to spend some time going to destroy it himself, and Vapor, I think it's probably slightly optimal to switch to the Malibu Stacy because he doesn't do the riskier pulse jump strap. He goes for a slightly safer one. It's actually slightly faster, but you miss a wasp for it.
And Vapo has successfully found Bart.
Who's that?
Good job,
Do
Vapo.
my best.
Bart was only missing for, I didn't see Vapor's time out of Bart. Probably 13 or so minutes. And Mango, gonna go for fast limo, I think, by not restarting the mission.
Alright,
Looks like a
very
good start. That's very good, he's got it. And Vapor going for these risky neighbours coins and donut truck. And he's got it, I think. And nicely done by Vapor. Almost failed the mission, but that's just how this strat works.
Chief Wiggum. No time for caution.
And Mango is going to show off a riskier pole jump. He'll jump from the school bus to the pole in an attempt to get the wall.
Hope they're all right.
And he gets it quite cleanly. And Vapo, what donut truck strat he's going for? He's
going for a
hit it and
very...
he's gone for donut fire and he's missed it. It didn't have enough pushing power and he fell onto his side and he's gonna have to catch that back up. This is not good for Vapo.
Right, so this might be a time where we'll see Mango making back some of this deficit.
Mango could make up a lot of time, especially if he gets donut fire. Mango doesn't go for the coins Vapo got. He'll probably get them in a colour wars.
Ooh, and
Vapo
still having
managed to get a
trouble.
backup.
Well,
Oh wait, no. Oh
Yeah.
you're slightly. Oh,
slightly ahead, so I do
yeah,
have
it's
quite
fine.
good
No,
internet.
I've got that. I have bad latency. My laptop can't handle these things. Vapo's got another drop. He might have to go back for if it doesn't despawn. I wonder if he had two because this donut truck just isn't.
It does look. Vapo seems to have given up and assumed. that
Yeah,
there's,
Vapo must have had two
yeah,
gone
he
to back
does.
to go back and get. And if they debate him, then you might even have to go all the way back. Yeah, there's two here.
Gets them.
Not good for Vapo. Oh, Mango's also being canyonero. Look at that. Oh, it's sprung off. Wow, Mango. So neither of them having a good donut truck, but Mango's definitely caught up a bit as long as he gets through the last three donuts. And he's. Oh, this is interesting.
Marge
Yeah,
welcomes
donut
both
truck
runners.
doesn't really like. Donut truck does not like that shortcut, and it's a good place to get him trapped if you're in a real pickle. What have you missed, Jordan? Quite a fair amount.
Yeah, you've missed
Donut truck just there was a little bit of a level up, but it didn't like either one, and Mango also missed about one touching skip. See, Mango's currently green, Vapor's currently red on their personal best.
Cautiously, wildly accelerating.
I don't know how far apart they are, possibly 30 to 40 seconds.
Seems somewhere.
Maybe
about
not even
now.
that.
Certainly become quite a lot closer.
Yeah, no, Vapo was definitely over a minute ahead. Having already been ahead and then Mango missing cutscenes.
Yeah. Very, very cool donut truck, yeah.
And we get finally a fleeter truck I would like to drive. It's been souped up, one mission only. I don't know why he just suddenly decides he wants to go fast. And Mango again going for that box he got in Flowers. Quite a big fan of that box it seems. Or Bend I should say.
Not a bad man.
Vapo collecting some coins in this mission rather than collecting them in balls later. And we have one of the biggest fans of Cletus truck in chat. It's Cal. Do you want to repeat your speech about Cletus truck you said earlier?
Yeah, so I will tell you, Cal, Cletus truck is perhaps the worst car in the game, and I despise it, so...
Well, this is a bit of an older truck. Mango, the risky coin grind there. He's got to be careful to not fall behind Cletus.
I approve of such a ban. Even if said in jest, it's not something you should joke about. We see Vapo buying the first of 2 Marge outfits that you need for some reason.
Yeah, Marge, the only level in the game where you don't have to buy a car, but you do have to buy 2 outfits.
Marge Simpson.
I don't know why you don't have to buy a car. I guess they just couldn't fit it in.
Yeah, no plot.
Police car's probably a bit too strong to have this early in the game. It's quite a fast car.
I will say the plot excuse for Marge's costumes are relatively weak as well.
I think the plot excuse for most things you have to buy quite
yeah, I was going to say most of the other cars you get don't exactly come with much.
Palking makes a bit of sense. Blowing up your boss on his way to work.
It does, but it's also revealed in the next level that Homer does have his own plow truck, so... Yeah,
there's continuity there, right there. And you buy it off him, and when you get them back later in the day, you don't have those coins. I mean, boggles the mind. And this is the mission I was saying earlier, where you can lose a lot of time on 60, I think. So Mango, in theory, if he plays well, will make up some ground here. But Cletus truck is actually quite prone to having its own physics issues.
Yeah, it's maybe not as versus Canyonera, but it certainly likes to play out.
Well. I mean, they both got Canyonera the same way in Donut Truck. It was impressive. And Vapo getting that wasp on the chessboard there. I don't know if that Mango went into slightly older route where you can get a gas station vent in the Donut Truck. I don't think he would have if he didn't get the strap.
Yeah, both runners had a not great Donut Truck, but Vapo had a very not great Donut Truck.
Yeah.
To politely summarize it.
Vapo flying past that black sedan, no cares in the world. Probably one of the easiest escapes in the game. You literally just drive towards the next destination. He just won't follow you pretty much. I don't think I've seen anyone fail the escape. But they might have some issues with the jump, having hit the railing there. He makes it over to the halfway point, and that's all that matters. You can car reset and end up on the other side.
As the escape is essentially in the direction you want to go, it's not as difficult or as sensitive as the ones where you need to escape going the wrong way, essentially.
And Mango going for a slightly alternative route. It cuts off that corner there, but I think, especially on lower FPSs, it'll probably lose more time. Let's see. Not many people do that one anymore.
I wonder if I'll get extra credit for this. I hope this isn't stealing. Disappointed! I can touch the sky! Sweet! Forward moment!
We're talking about the any percent route now.
Yeah, got some advertisements for any percent if you really want to not play missions.
Any percent, the worst make out of... Whoa! Mango just hit Gil in the head. Yeah. And what they've done, they've both gone for Malibu Stacer here. It gives you a pan skip there for Return Nearly Dead, and it's slightly more acceleration than the Canyonera and has far better physics.
There is a downside,
trade-off
however. Yeah.
Yeah.
At least there's a relatively small library of sound bites, I'd say.
I hope that was recyclable. I
Yeah.
hope that was recyclable. I hope that was.
To the plate.
This is Wolves Realm though now,
Yeah.
except for Vapo. It's
Going from one of the shortest missions in the game to one of the longest.
Yeah. It's the longest because it contains a 1 minute and
Yeah.
5 second cutscene. Roughly that.
Speed
Oh, maybe
warriors,
104, something like that.
Yeah.
come back here.
As an added treat for this mission, there's a small but unfortunately not low enough chance that the final drop can not happen in time, and you have to wait for the car you're chasing to go through the whole level again.
You can pull out a 2 cycle because
Yes.
he does 2 cycles.
Yeah.
We're very good at naming things here in the shark community.
Yeah. As you can imagine, if you get that, the correct solution is to scream in anger and probably
The
uninstall
correct
the
solution-
game.
I was going to say the correct solution is to reset your run, but no, Vapo got a 131 with it,
Yeah.
with a 2 cycle. Just showing that Vapo's a very good runner of this game.
Yeah. Also shows perhaps one of Vapo's strengths is that, and probably one of the reasons his late game is so good, is he really will keep going with almost any horrible thing the game throws. And there's a lot of horrible things the game can throw. So.
This game hates people. Vapo very safely. That night drop was very early. There was no worries with the 2 cycle. The issue being is that ninth drop can drop so late if you have bad RNG that it will you'll have gone past the trigger to set off the timer for the 10th drop,
Yeah.
and you just won't drop it. You have to go all the way back around.
Yeah.
Horrible.
But it goes back to what we were talking about with Snake, that there's a hidden random timer for when it can when the item drops. And yeah, the 9 and 10th can overlap to the point where it can't drop the 10th because it dropped the 9th too late. But,
And you saw Mango slowed down there to try and slow down the Black Sedan, and good thing he did, because that was quite a late night drop.
yeah,
Before the reason was found, they probably would have just gone flat out there, and that could well have been a 2 cycle in that case.
yeah. So, going to be very glad with that. And
I think they'll both end up being in the cutscene at the same time,
Sensible
just about.
there's they should both get to be in
Maybe these will jog your memory.
cutscene, and Vapo is not so happy, but
Yeah, I don't think this is a great pace for Vapo. Mango's
Tell me about the
obviously not as far
crab
behind his PB as Vapo.
No.
I don't know what Mango's pace is like.
Vapo probably thinking about portal guns, unfortunately. But,
If only Vapo had a portal
What
gun
does this have to do with the crab
that would somehow make Donut Truck better.
Mango showing a sporting sport for his rival in this race.
I mean, it's been a good race so far. They're fairly close to each other.
Yeah.
They're within a minute.
Yeah, it's
They're really making this race exciting. Considering it's quite a hyped up race, I feel, but it's a 6 or so minute PB difference, maybe just under. Vapo has a 129.45 and Mango has a 135.31. Yeah. So 1 minute, 6 minute, 5 minute, 46. I can do maths, I promise.
yeah. Crop circles, probably the stupidest and funniest cutscene that at least of the ones that you
I love
definitely
it.
get to watch.
The cutscenes are all quite fun.
Yeah.
And Vapo's not happy with his coins. He's gone for Flanders. He only see many. Oh no, he's changed his mind.
Ah,
He literally wanted the ones on the floor. I think he wanted 800 coins as a marker
yeah.
before coming this way, and
Everyone better stay.
Mango would probably be happy with less than that because he's yet to get the neighbours boxes, I think. So he picks up that old coin. Fantastic. Oh, but Mango's quite far. He's only on 700. So he might actually go for Flanders.
Looks like, yeah.
Three kids really
And
slows you down.
yeah. And you saw they both main menu, or at least I hope they did, out of balls. That's to get the Canyonero back for the next mission. The Malibu safety car has served its purpose.
Now we see what is normally just a relatively boring mission, but if you happen to want to play this game without jumping, you'll be pleased to know that this mission is absolutely unfair and borderline impossible. So,
but it is possible. If
it is
you
possible.
can complete this game jump, it's pretty impressive. Bacon Man did it. Liquid had a go at it, but eventually gave up after about 4 hours here.
Yeah.
Bacon Man did not. Bacon Man, who actually found the strap for this mission, finally completed it. Oh, Vapo did not get Mr. Plowjacket. He is taking this very seriously. This did not, like, it was a fraction of a second by double jumping there.
Yeah. I suppose as he's relatively unhappy with his performance so far, he'll want to not have such a bad final time that he'll might see him take it a bit more optimised, try and go a bit faster.
They're still quite close.
They are.
Magno will have given up a bit of time having collected Sanders coins. But still, Cola Trucks come up to base on it. Quite a hard mission. Well, no, it is arguably the hardest mission in the game. It's 3 quite tricky straps and quite punishing. Like the third truck has no good backup. No, Vapo just missed the first truck. There are plenty of backups to this, but it will lose in time.
Yeah, this is a bit like Sellout's Mark II, but makes it a bit harder.
But worse.
Yeah, tougher cars and not quite as simple strat as the Sellouts.
Vapo with a decent backup there. I'm sure his level runs is slightly better, but in a race you take what you can get.
Yeah, as you're saying, the first truck is relatively there. It's difficult to get the main strat, but there are numerous.
The first truck has the hardest strat, I think.
That's what I would say too, but there are enough backups that it's not too bad. See,
Mango gets it on the pole, but it's quite slow. It didn't deal a lot of damage.
Yeah.
He's gonna have to ram it a few times, and it's spun around, so it's gonna get out.
Yeah.
And Vapo getting some points in that traffic car. And will he get the second car? Not quite. He's done a lot of that. Oh, that worked.
Yeah.
It's a nice jump. And Vapo can honestly just leave it. He should blow itself up in the power plant. He finishes the job himself. He'll go around, and I think he's going to collect a Wasp of Shame. Looking at his coins, I don't know if he was able to get the roof box. But when Mango's actually collecting some coins he didn't get in the balls, most people would get those boxes in the walls by the Church and Crusty Burger. Mango's opted to get them here. And this blend as well, wow. Okay, that's a lot of coins he's just made up there.
Yeah, I was going to say, you can actually see now that Mango's gone from looking quite far behind from the coin front to about the same, perhaps even ahead of it now. So. If it does get the... I spoke slightly too
very
slow.
That's the thing, the third shot is probably the worst one to miss, because there isn't a great backup beyond hitting it on that bar, and Vapor's not done a lot of damage. He's just got to hope to get lucky to find a random strong hit or to get him stuck on something. Generally, from here on out, that truck, if he makes it past the jump, which I think he will, Vapor is going to lose a lot of time just from having to drive around, but also babysitting this truck towards its own death. So, I mean,
yeah, this truck does not want really does not want to blow up.
And Mango's got a lot more coins than Vapor did at this point.
Mango's corner really catching up.
That could, well, he's got a lot more. That could really make up a lot of the time difference between two of them. Coins can be so crucial in this late game. And if Mango gets a good third truck, even more time. And that should be good. He's not quite got as well as he wanted, but he's in behind it. He can keep hitting it very comfortably. A nice quick destruction.
Yeah. Now I see probably the hardest escape of in any mission for Vapo, where you just go inside the house that you need to go in anyway.
This is the hardest strat in the game. Oh, you did it! You managed to get into the house.
He successfully pressed triangle.
Yeah,
Oh.
Vapor's got actually pretty decent coins. He's on, I think I saw 757 was the
Yeah.
last count I saw. But Mango's gonna collect these coins. He's got well over 800.
Wow.
You could see Mango doing something like skipping the coinery in Dark 2, possibly.
Mm.
You're
Very
making
Vapor's
interesting.
actually, I just
more
saw
entertaining.
777.
Yeah, we really are very close again now.
Sadly suggesting a monorail
Just between me
skip.
and you. Random
That's
object.
not a bad
Whoa,
shout.
here.
But don't you have to go close to those boxes anyway?
I think there's a couple out the way in on the round that maybe you can skip.
We've been told a 31-second gap. Wow.
Yeah.
Mango makes up a lot of time on Cola Truck.
Yeah.
This is just between me and you. Random
I
object.
think Vapo will not be
Fresh air is
particularly
somewhat
happy with that
good.
large. Yeah.
I have brought glory to the
I'm
name
being
of the
corrected
Hasapima
by
Petal.
Sadly in
Must
chat
admit, the smell of
about
fresh air
how
is
slow
much
the
more
monorail
pleasing
swings
than
up.
the odor of the hot dog machine.
I
Now
guess
we're-
yeah, the
Thanks for this.
wasp probably more losing the time than you think.
Yeah. But yeah, it's quite nice that it's so close actually, as it was probably the hardest or second hardest level, and really one where you can see a lot of time, and even with this close you could easily see the leader changing back and forth a few times if things go interesting for one or two of the runners.
Yeah, the game really ramps up here. I mean, this alone's a hard mission. You can quite easily just drive by a drop, and that could be it. That could be mission gone. And if you're at the end, it's almost 2 whole minutes down the train.
Yeah, if you look at newer runner PBs, this is one mission that you'll often see people, and they should accept to fail, because it is very easy to fail at.
Smiles on such behavior.
It's one of the things
you-
that as you get faster, you might start being strict, but it's very hard start.
You see good place fail. Gibstack has a 136 with a failed cafe. I mean, it can be such a brutal mission.
Yeah, there's a
So both. Sorry.
I saw my computer CPU finally realizing that it's downloading about 3 Twitch streams.
Oh no. Okay.
That seems to be okay,
It's both runners have gone for later movement. Mango going for that bend, he's just a bit out of the way of the drop. You could fall behind for that, but I think he should be good. It's a fairly flat bit here out. He just drives basically towards the shark. Nothing to pick up for a while.
Businessman social club.
Yeah, Vapor's finds it. Oh, Vapor's fine for points. He needs 3 more for everything he needs now,
300
too.
horses of convenient power.
Yeah, both are going to be getting American after the mission. You skip walk straight, you save 5 seconds, it's just about worth it.
It's the
wow,
scariest
Mango's
costume purchase in the
coins.
game. As Vapo does buy American.
Oh yeah, no. Okay, good.
You lost it.
We've already had
Hopefully my
2,
store will
we've had
not be
3
robbed more
armored
than 4
purchases,
times
one
while
was
I am
as a me.
driving around today.
Yeah.
So we've had 2 people accidentally buy army in. You suddenly have to come up with 350 extra coins on the spot, it's not
The
fun.
car belongs in
Yeah.
the
You
bargain
end up
bin.
losing a lot of time probably
Get
finding
out of
legit
my
businessmen
way, silly
groups and stuff.
pedestrian. Ha! Clean up in
Vapo's
aisle
currently on
1.
exactly 500 coins, he needs no more car built for Homer, but I'm sure he'll collect some.
Yeah. He will need more for the last 2 levels in the game, so
Your failure shames you. Yes, you.
This is probably the easiest mission left, I would say.
yeah.
Smiles on such behavior.
I don't think there's really much you can do to go wrong here.
I'll see you in
Well, you
hell,
can.
Mr. Homer's.
I have quite a bad habit of going wrong here, but
It's a
they've
relatively
actually got the
short,
freebie there.
relatively short and simple mission, which makes a nice
The-
change,
the-
as the rest is very much not.
If you escape the first, then they're fine, it's all good.
Yeah.
Better hurry.
So you'll notice that they, as you just see on Mango's screen, you aim to hit part of the fountain, which perfectly picks you up to trigger the mafia that lets you reverse away and quickly escape
Not
that.
good for my insurance.
Yeah, that limo actually just, unless you cross that fountain, you just get stuck.
Yeah.
You get stuck in the Java stuff, there's no idea what to do. It's quite funny. And Vapor's got on a great baby van here.
Yeah.
Probably the worst mission in the game for RNG, and
Yeah.
it's gone brilliantly for him. This is he had a fantastic one, I think, against come up against Sparrow on 80.
Ooh,
But it's gotten his way.
Despawn.
One of the drops despawn. That was looking to be on fantastic pace.
So Baby Van is actually a mystery in the Shark community, as we've had someone try and reverse engineer the game, and they've struggled to figure out what it is that makes Baby Van so unpredictable. Been a lot of theories discredited and not, but it just seems that it just doesn't exist.
Yeah, Vapo's probably pulled ahead a bit more, especially with this Baby Van.
Yeah.
Well, that's eventually Mangle will get some drops here, but eventually he'll get out of it.
Yeah. As we. No, it's not done too bad.
Oh no, he's put up to it very nicely. I'll pick up the last drops quite easily here.
Not a bad Baby Van. You tell. It'll certainly get a lot worse with that car. So.
Oh no. They're both quite happy with those Baby Vans, I think. Vapo especially. And we got that Hibbert stare of doom there.
This is another mission that shows just how hard it is. If you look at the timer for collecting his donuts, you really don't have a lot of leeway.
It is very tight.
So obviously these runners very experienced will have quite a bit of time left comparatively, but it doesn't take much of a mistake to really be almost out or exactly out of times.
But here we have the forward part, which is, I mean, these two will probably make it look quite easy, but it can be very hard, especially for newer runners.
Yeah, Wigan does go fast and does like to take you out a few times, so if you've not experienced it so much, you remember all the tricks. You can,
especially traffic like that. Tries to screw you over. Traffic on these two lanes has a habit of changing lanes when you're right behind them. It's not fun.
You'll see Vapo frequently looking behind as he's following this car, and that is just to despawn the traffic on the road, so it's not in the way.
Well, usually that's you despawn the traffic in front of you. Most of this is actually despawning traffic in front of Wigan to stop him from slowing down. But yeah, that can have the added side effect of putting traffic right in front of you.
Yeah.
And he'll come up to I always like to call this the longest mission in the game, personally.
It's certainly, if you don't count cutscenes as gripping gameplay, it's certainly is. It's also quite deceptive because this timer that you have right now for Vapo is the only time you get for the whole mission. Like most missions where you do get extra time as you complete each stage, you just have these 4 and a bit minutes to collect all of that.
I mean, it's more than enough time.
Oh yeah.
But casually it's hard because the game tries to give you a weird route.
Yeah. You can sometimes this garbage truck has a weird path that it's supposed to take, and it can occasionally get confused as well, which is a problem. You see it, particularly speedrun strats where you try and make it skip a stupid part of the route can occasionally backfire if you're very unlucky.
He likes to drive in a sort of sine wave. It's very annoying.
Yeah.
But Vapo's done it quite solidly. He's had a fairly decent garbage truck.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he'll collect a lot of these monorail coins.
Yeah.
I don't think he'll get the extra ones. I don't think he needs them.
No, I don't think his coins are disastrously low.
His rate shows us up and gets them.
Yeah.
No, I don't think he will.
Yeah, this is again a relatively slow platform part, a good excuse to get some coins and enjoy the not very good walking physics of this game.
So this was I was routing any percent on PS2 to possibly run it at some point. It's a lot harder to do than on PC because you have to deal with load times. And this is such a big mission to skip time-wise. I was finding it so hard because the amount of coins you get.
Yeah, so for those who don't know, on PC you play, not only do you have the advantage that the loads are much quicker, which saves your sanity, you also play with a load remover so that the loads you do have don't actually count for your time, which can make things like main menu warping a lot more attractive for us on console. Particularly the PS2, loads take a small eternity and do count as no load review yet.
And also, but both these ones actually have run on PS2. I mean, Vapo started on PS2. I think Mango just did it later. I'm not 100% on that. But he still has his tangent board, I think. Vapo was actually, I think Vapo has pulled down quite a bit here. But he's got so much, like, you can get back with less than 40 seconds.
Yeah.
And he's taking this route, it's like a second slower, but the points you get from this crusty glass are a bit more consistent.
Yeah. This is again just showing something we said earlier of Vapo in particular, very good late game, so both runners doing quite well, and so far again, a poo is very difficult, so
I mean, speaking of very difficult, Vapo's about to enter a bit of a gauntlet. 3 hard strats in a row coming up for him. Armored Truck, Curator, and then the cutscenes here.
Yeah. So this is probably the most famous hard mission of the game. I wouldn't actually say it's the hardest, particularly casually, but it's certainly got a reputation as you have to destroy one of the toughest vehicles in the game.
There is no time limit, but if you blow up the car, you have to start all over again. Which is where the difficulty lies in. It's hard to block past if you don't get the strap. You have to get a backup, and it's quite tricky. I mean, both these runners should be good at the backup at their level.
Yeah. You'll see the main strat is essentially you not just get it stuck like you've seen in many destruction missions, but you actually get it stuck so that it will destroy itself, and then you will essentially just abandon it, get some coins, and make a lot of progress to the rest of the level.
Love it when I do this.
And Vapo is looking very good. That should be good.
Yeah.
Very nice.
You see now he can leave the truck to harm itself while he goes collect some coins. That checks it's all okay, and then can start making his way to the next objective before finishing this one.
Our armored truck's been made a bit better a few months ago with the finding of the new bigger skip, which kind of makes the traffic a bit better. But that was one of the big issues before. But now you can manipulate it more easily. Well,
unfortunately, Mango did not get.
Don't be truck in the way.
Yeah, so as you were saying about the traffic, that's one of the most common things is Vote Quimby trap spawning in the wrong time, particularly before this manipulation, which
Mango you're meant to take your camera back when activating the armored truck to change the traffic cycle to a much nicer one. But he just didn't do it. And then there's like Quimby truck in his way. And,
do you see the
backup?
Yeah, so essentially your trick is go with the armored truck and just make it gyrate on all the objects and stuff to hurt itself. You can see how much difference it makes having to follow this quite slow track and force it to go.
Mango's done a lot of damage early on. All that ambulance trying to get in there on it.
Gyrate, good word.
This is a Vapo about a lot of time circle.
Now, I would say this mission Vapo's on is actually quite a lot harder than armored truck. Particularly casually, because there is a time limit now, and not only that, although armored truck is tough, Curator is also fast. So if it gets away from you, it can be quite difficult to catch up. But Vapo having absolutely
stuck on the step. This is a fast Curator.
Having no issues with Curator, showing off getting some coins before he continues.
He needs those coins.
Yeah.
He absolutely needed those coins. I'm still not sure he's got enough. He might have to. He's gonna have to cut this wasp.
Yeah.
He was about 10 short of like a bare minimum for getting glowbacks without going out of your way.
And a cutscene skip. So yeah, there is.
Unlike the Bart 1 and Bart 2, where you can pause buffer, you can't throw through.
No. The Apu cutscene skip is very long. It's 2.5 minutes, I think, something.
Roughly that.
So it's if you're gonna get a cutscene skip, do get the Apu one. The other two are comparatively a lot shorter.
Vapo, I'd say his endgame's generally better. As much as he was saying he had a bad start, he said that his best ever Apu in a run. JSFQ's going up saying a 14:37.
That is.
He's really turned it around.
Yeah.
Mango, not really got a good first hit there.
He shows the main strat for Curator, I guess.
Yeah, Vapo got quite a lucky fast one. I'll take an extra hit or so because he didn't get a good first hit. But I'm sorry Curator, and Vapo's picked up 4th, which is the most important part of the run.
And you can see Mango also having no trouble with that cutscene skip, so...
As you're the one reposting, Apple, what punishment are you giving out for runners who fail to collect 4?
I would say I would double their time, so...
Ooh! A double time! Ouch!
It's very important to get bought.
Mango backed up for those coins there. I mean, I'd personally rather get them in Lab Coat Caper. It seems quite slow to get them there.
Very nice, Mango already having... Good...
Barney! Bart Simpson at your service. Time to rock!
Mango needs one more coin before he can buy a Blowvex card, so that's doing well. He does miss port though.
Don't know if he's done it. Oh no, I was behind. Oh, he didn't. Yeah, missing port is... it's so far, he hasn't got port. He's on 221. 222, sorry, is his current time.
It's okay, there are plenty of chances to get a port in Vapo, so...
There's probably 5 chances, I think. Might as well, I've probably counted that wrong. Yeah, it's 4. And actually, probably 3 now with the newer set to go. Chat thinking Mango's on PB pace apparently. He was green going to this mission, red going out, but his PB is inbound. Quite an old one. We can definitely beat that time.
And Mango does get rewarded for the perfect coin route, having exactly the right number of coins to buy Blowback.
He's skipped the box, but I assume Vapo got on the way in. He'll probably pick up in set silhouette slightly faster to do so. And Mango also getting the CDA box that Vapo got. Slightly risky for new runners because if you're not faster, you can fall quite far behind. Oh, and he fell off the car trying to get back in it.
You can see just how risky that strat can be, how close that bar gets to mission failure.
Oh boy, that was scaring the chat.
Be fine.
Yeah. They're probably, I want to say about a minute apart, maybe a little more. Oh, Mango's time is a bit lower because of the load.
Yeah. You see Vapo on a mission that, as a kid, I thought was borderline impossible. Is following Flint around.
It's deceptively difficult. He goes quite fast. If you get stuck in some traffic,
yeah, it's
really cool behind
it's a fast car, and although runners of this game will know his pattern, if you don't know his pattern, he's very good at tricking you and faking out. He's got very tricky route program in this game.
It's a very odd time. There's a lot of double backing.
Yeah.
He doesn't just drive straight to his destination. Very annoying.
Also, do find it quite funny that you have to do this follow to apparently figure out where he's going to go, and it turns out he's going to his observatory. It's one of the biggest landmarks in the map, so I'm not sure you really... I think you could maybe figure that out by guesswork rather than stalking.
You say that, but Frank does spend all his time in Part 1 at the stadium, and you don't really think of him as a sports fan.
True.
Yeah, he does have Truckosaurus. But
it is my favourite sport.
Who doesn't love Truckosaurus? Except when you miss Part 1 cutscenes.
Yeah.
So Mango's hanging back here. Oh no, yeah. So Vapor would have followed around that thing, that square.
Yeah.
Make him go slightly faster. Mango staying away, stopping traffic from getting involved.
Oh, that was
Could
good.
Vapo PB? I would say I very much doubt it at this point.
KSFQ says no, but Vapor's timer says green.
I don't think he's using his PB splits. I think he's using
I see.
race splits or similar.
You
Okay.
got it.
I would be surprised if he could be
Baited.
so comfortably PBing with such a mark.
You're looking at the stream.
I'm not actually looking at his stream now.
Alright.
Yeah.
Mango's slightly behind his PB, but he will have a potential 2-minute time save in Homer 2.
Mango is taking another important backup strat of just bullying a teenager for no reason.
He's kicked the squeaky voice team, real name Steve Friedman.
I did not know his
found
own
out
name.
the other day. I definitely did not Google that the other day.
No.
No,
I'm not a
so
huge
we've
fan
got-
of the Simpsons' weird decision to start giving everyone weird full names, but
Meanwhile, we should talk about Vapor on, well, 2 hard back-to-back
Eat
strats
my
with
dust,
Duck Truck,
dust eaters.
and he's
not
got
having
it.
a single problem with Duck Truck.
No issues whatsoever.
That's a very hard strat actually in a hard mission. The few places you can get it stuck, but
Yeah. That's the thing, there's quite a few backups at
I'll
least.
show this laser gun to Krusty.
But I don't
You
even
have
go
to
for the
believe
current
me.
strat, I go for the
Yeah.
slightly older strat, where you have less speed, you go on the right hand side, and you clip the back of him to swing him into that same spot.
Bart Simpson
I've-
at
I have
your
issues
service.
getting fast enough if I try and go around this corner.
and I was
Now
informed.
Vapor has,
It's
I was
time
informed
for
by
some
Vapor that this is, if done optimally, the shortest mission in the game.
I'll
So
educate you a new one.
apparently the upcoming races have been updated, but I can't look at them now.
Fire in the hole.
I'll have to
It's
check.
an imported part. Oh, and the panels.
Eat my dust,
Okay.
dust eaters. I blame his computer navigation
Will
system.
Vapor get
I'll
strapped?
educate you a new one.
Now
That's good.
show the proof to Krusty. And if he doesn't
Yes.
believe me now,
I
I'll
don't know
fry
if
his butt.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
jammed in the corner like he will.
Krusty,
It'll blow up some of the boxes in
Fine
the
by
corner,
me.
and saving some time if he chooses to go for them later.
That's a very nice strat.
And
Not
will
only
Mango
do
get
you,
duck truck? He goes for the older strat, and I don't think that'll quite
No.
work unless he gets to push it against this wall. No, he's
No,
gonna have to go
it's
for the
gonna miss.
backup.
nice
Oh,
one.
actually, that's a good backup.
yeah.
Oh,
we get the
I don't know how many
backup?
it's dropped. It's dropped only 3 extra ones there. That's not good.
Ooh,
But
that's
you could get 2 hits quite quickly here.
All for Bart.
yeah,
Yeah,
reasonably quick, but not
fairly well.
not ideal, obviously. But I think most people would still be happy with that.
And Vapor on one of the hardest missions casually in the game. Quite unanimous.
Yeah.
He's gone for the faster route here.
Mine.
Yeah.
All mine.
But he's got less. He's going to essentially give himself less time to collect all of the laser stands. But it will save time overall. Sweet Simpson suggests that Mango's 2
I
minutes
remember this
behind.
being here before.
Yeah, maybe. Depends how well his FMJ goes. Probably just under.
Yeah, it looks like not too bad enough in from Mango on this. So.
Oh, he's got it fairly comfortably. Not quite jammed into the corner like Vapor's, but... Oh, he's going to turn out?
Oops.
Let's fix it.
Yeah. So again, this is another FMJ is another mission where there's sort of one strat, and if you don't get him stuck in the Krusty area, you're really. I think there's one backup just outside if you're lucky, but other than that,
Yep.
not too much you can do for quite a while.
There's a few places where you can get some good damage, but you're still probably going to lose 20 plus seconds. And if you miss those, you could be losing upwards of 40 quite easily.
Yeah.
And
Vapo
Vigor
is
is going to go for coin room. You can see there's a box and event lesson there. We already got those. We got those in FNJ.
Dad.
Skinner. And actually, his coins don't look that great.
No, they.
No
He's going to
problemo.
have to get something extra in Homer 2, because I don't think he'll go for boat jump on 60 FPS.
Take that.
No, he's in the final mission of Part 2 now, and he needs another 180 or so coins for the
He'll-
final vehicle.
He's probably about 30 coins under what he wants.
Yeah.
That was an insult.
And Mango's also went for fast set, so
That hurt.
no old
These
chat here.
cost $900.
Mango's been going for a lot of new stuff. He's really brushed up on a lot around him
Whee!
in this past week or so.
It's
Really
time
prepared
some
for this race.
rage, Bart Simpson style.
And Vapo will have the cutscene skip, the final one coming up, or in a mission's time.
You
Oh no,
see-
it's in this mission, isn't it? Yeah.
You'll see Vapo seemingly doing something weird and going back himself. That's because there's hidden checkpoints in the race. And there's one you need to catch after that warp, or you will lose the race.
5
of
forces,
these
but he gets it.
Yeah.
And Mango goes for a boat jump, and I think he gets it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you do
And
better?
that's 60 coins for him. And he's going for this wasp. That just seems so lovely.
I love
Yeah.
Maybe he's not happy with his coins. Oh, he's missing. He's
As,
going for both wasps.
Oh yeah.
He's got a lot of coins. Maybe he wants to skip Krusty Lou?
Let's see. I need something
I don't know if those wasps probably don't save too much time.
sweet.
Or maybe he'll go for Krusty Lou and just say, I'm good for the rest of the game. So Vapor got enabled. His time's quite low. I wasn't quite watching. Maybe he went for the wasp as well. Oh, he's restarted the mission. He doesn't think he has the time.
Let's see. I need
Oh.
something to board up the.
And he's still low on coins.
I know. Board.
I think he'll have to get the gas station then, in addition to Krusty Lou. And Mango has gone for coin room. He's going to stay. Well, Neighbours is fairly more recent.
Sure can take a
Like
beating.
within the past, like probably since Mango last did AS10. Oh, and Vapor reset very early there. I don't know what he was trying. I think he wanted to restart onto the road so he could get gas station then more easily. It kind of went a bit wrong for him. I think, yeah, the neighbour's coins being an active part of the route. I think Mango's just not going for those. But really into the business end of things, this is where it really heats up with the out of bounds coming up.
yeah.
Do you think the runners will succeed
Remain.
in getting them?
I think we'll see successes in out of bounds.
You have faith.
I have faith.
I would like to see them do quite well.
Generic villain.
Yeah, as much as
It
Vapor's
was
time
like
is
that when I
jumping,
got
it's definitely not PB pace.
No.
I don't think you can finish in 7 minutes from here. Oh, Mango!
Oh no!
Oh, that's two! Two in one race!
This is the shortest cutscene skip, or cutscene.
Yes, it's roughly 45 seconds.
Yeah, but
The
obviously
lasers were only the beginning.
in
Cutscene skip.
in a race like this, 45 seconds is quite a big deal.
Eat my dust. Take
I mean,
that.
Vapor was already a mission ahead.
Yeah.
That's a full minute now. It depends on how many coins. Mango's good for coins, so it probably wouldn't be too bad, but
Vapo, I
Those are minute
believe,
difference.
it gets a penalty for being 1 coin over that I didn't quite check.
Oh.
Maybe he got that after.
I don't see when they've got that between
Yeah,
buying somebody and getting into the car. We'll have to assume he gains an hour for that.
yeah. So yes, the zombie car is the final purchase. For now, you'll see no more coins, and things like getting busted are no longer quite as big an issue.
Sometimes if you do get hit and run, especially in the autopsy missions, you might go for the bust. I mean, it's less
Yeah.
of a thing with the outbound now. You might intentionally get busted just to get the piece away from you.
Yeah, sometimes it can be the best way to get the hit and run meter low during points where you really don't need them.
And Vapo having a solid aiming, I don't think he got stuck. No, it's good.
I would
He
agree.
gets stuck.
Maybe not worst car, but zombie car is definitely a pretty bad car.
Look, there's a lot of issues. It can be quite quirky, but I personally, I've never really had those issues. I think it's quite solid in 60,
Bored of this level.
I'm glad you.
and it's fast, so I like it.
Yeah, I think we're coming up to what may be our first outbounds.
Vapo do his own 7-3 that basically no one else does because they can't get it to work. He's gonna back into this corner and then just drive into the wall ahead of him. And he gets the lift. And he gets on the cage. Oh no, he falls down. He didn't quite get the turn. Second try,
again, though, and it's looking good. It is.
I think that should be good for him.
And he's free.
Second try. That's the thing with this strat. If you miss it, it is quicker to line up again than with the other strat. I think Mango will go for them. He's been learning them. He's switched down to 100.
Yeah, it seemed I would be surprised if he was willing to switch down to 100 and wasn't considering trying.
You'll see a big difference in out of bounds. It's not really in 7-3, but that's more just Vapo. The FPS provides a difference in 7-6. Vapo will be going for bridge clip, and Mango will be going for the cemetery reset. And I quite like how this works. So a guy in the Sharkboard Sparko found these resets which allowed you to deload the bridge enough to get out of bounds in a way that allowed you to get the 7-6 waste out of bounds, and then we could incorporate that with an already known bridge clip that works at low FPS. Before we'd always get the waste and then attempt bridge clip, and you usually blow up the waste, but now you can do it before getting the waste in. I like how it's all just tied up, and now you can run it how you want.
Yeah, this changed very quickly from out of bounds being a sort of curiosity that everyone hated and was in 1 or 2 missions to being in most of Home 2 and relatively varied, but relatively safe as well.
Yeah, you've gone down from 4 different hard strats to 2, and then gone 60 FPS for only one of them's hardened. Mango also going for 7-3 here.
And looks like he's got that.
Does the platform in. Oh, nicely done, nicely done. The cage slowing him down a bit, but that was quite fast.
Yeah, well, we see Vapo dealing with the final and worst platforming segment of the game.
Didn't get it. He fell through.
Wow.
Oh, that's a horrible one. Oh, he didn't lose the waste. He can go for it again. There is the time. But we saw Vapo parked outside, and it's quite an interesting trick. He's gonna go for he's gonna get Spooky Greg.
Spooky Greg. Oh, we have Spooky Greg in the chat.
We do have Spooky Greg. Everyone's fallen in love with Spooky Greg this tournament. And Mango, has he got it? He looks kind of stuck. Yes, he's got it.
Yeah, looks like he's got it.
But Vapo, he started and cancelled the race to get his car back while still out of bounds, or while the level was still deloaded, and started the mission with the level deloaded. Drove the power, parked out of bounds so he could still get back in through the wall.
Again, like you were saying, this is just such a cool combination of tricks to essentially.
Yeah. So many just known things just tied together in one new package.
And then this is a very cool trick.
It's very RNG heavy. Vapo didn't get good RNG, he had to reset the traffic a few times, but for some reason the game just keeps the waste on the traffic car. So even when it respawns somewhere else,
yeah, so
reset this car.
I believe it's been commented before, but the way traffic actually works is there's a preloaded number of 5 or so, and the game just teleports them around to simulate full traffic. So it seems they obviously didn't consider doing weird things with the waste, so if you give a traffic car the waste, it can be teleported around, but we'll still have the waste stuck to it.
And Vapo coming up to the bridge clip here. It's a very finicky strat. The game can just say no or yes. It's down to its whims. And no one really knows why it works, I don't think.
That's probably a fair summary of a lot of this game. Glitches and non-glitches.
There's so much that just makes no sense. But this is just an odd one. There's parts of the bridge that are just more consistent than others. There's some theories about the floor, and I don't know what the pause was about. And he doesn't get it first time.
Oh,
You only have so many tries to get this. you have issues with your car health, and you could also actually run out of time.
Yeah. He
gets the second time. As Nytherius predicted so long ago, I saw in chat. That's good, we've got two runners on different FPS, they can show us both of these out of bounds. And Vapo, a very well timed reset. It spawns inbounds, which is important because you need to be at that height to talk to Grandpa.
I wish I had a dog with a saddle.
And also, Mango also got Spooky Greg. Very, very important things here.
And we can certainly agree that we've had enough Greg. Have the right amount of Greg, I should say.
2 out of 2 Spooky Greg. Can't get any better than that. And remember when we hopped down to this, was this like one-shot trick and then we missed it, you just have to do the mission normally, and you lose 15 seconds. And now it's just free, basically.
Oh, very bad luck for Mango.
Oh, Mango's, he's gotta be careful. He went too far, I think he can sometimes just fall. His car blew up!
His car blew up, yeah.
We weren't really watching. He drove into the beam with the 70 sports car. And that blows up your car and the game, that's a mission fail in the game's book. I know it's going to do the mission in Spooky Greg.
Well, not optimal for speed, but I think as a chat we can agree with some Spooky Greg.
Spooky Greg. Vapo, just rounding off the run.
Yeah. The last missions of the game are very samey in that they are the same. So there's this very fun escape of the alien car here, which is just go straight ahead. I get confused again.
This is another just drive the way you're meant to.
Yeah.
Drive the fastest route to your destination. It's a very easy escape. Such a late mission. And you just have to don't block the way. And he's got this in the bag, still at 132. Considering how happy he was with his running March for Thompson, this is just
and it seems Vapo also has questions about his successful blowing up the waist in
there we go.
132.16.
He's confused, but that was a great end game. Like everything just went for him.
Yeah.
I can't think of a single thing that really went wrong, like up to onwards. Everything just seemed to go right. A solid time to finish. And Mango's, I'm sure, will finish off the run.
Yeah, he's not gone far.
He almost hit the wasp on the silver, so I think he caught the shield of it.
Would have been a great finish.
Vapo apparently lost 30 seconds to not getting the beach box in 6-7. But we'll focus on Mango. He'll show us the other 7-6 out of bounds, the cemetery resets. Really cool. It's just really weird how you can just break the game like this. Got 4 resets, 1 much harder than the rest. The other 3 fairly simple. This is the crucial one. This is the one you can quite easily mess up. And we'll see if he takes his time or goes to try and do it as fast as possible. He's taking his time. No need to be patient. Oh, impatient. Oh, he's slightly too late and he spawns inbound. They'll have to finish inbounds now. Should we get some good old-fashioned gameplay from a good old-fashioned runner?
It's the glitchless ASM.
He already did 7-3 and
glitchless.
7-4.
Yeah, it's a very bad illegal glitchless run.
A Mango missed 2 cutscene skips, and still this would be an okay pace if he didn't fail 7-5. I think it'd been quite close to his PB. I'm not sure how much time he lost to that. Well, however much an inbound 7-5 takes in Spooky Greg, probably close to 2 minutes.
Yeah, it's considering the cutscene skips and the. It's really only been Homer 2 that's really let him down now. And that's just shows how hard these out of bounds can be more than anything.
that 7.6 it's very finicky.
It was like that when I got
It's been a good race. It's been quite close all the way through until I guess towards the ending bit. Vapo just pulled away massively in RP, living up to his reputation with the great end game.
Yeah, 1437 RP is quite unfair, I'd say, to the other runners.
And then sub 11 Bart 2, Vapo was just on one. And then the Homer 2 was...
Oh,
a Mango.
oh, Mango. That's
Oh no!
just
the waste!
everything going wrong at the last minute there.
He's restarting the mission. I think he's going to continue the run. He doesn't have to, but great spirit.
Looks like he's willing to keep going. That's really unfortunate. In these this nuclear waste can be terrible wind bounds with all these obstacles to hit. Particularly hit and run makes things very, very tricky.
At the start, I said 14 seconds is not. I said any amount of time is nothing until you're in that beam, and that's why Mango just lost a whole 2.5 minutes basically. But he can have another go at the out of bounds at least, which will make him a lot of the time back if he gets it. And he's not. He reset slightly too late. Slightly later than last time. Oh, he's not happy with that. The camera. he's sticking it out. She'll cheer him on, chat. Go Mango. But it was Mango was just behind, like for a lot of the run. It was very close. It always felt like he could just catch up. Vapo played like Vapo. Vapo spoiled the race for playing well. How could he?
There's really that poo that just it was very close until then, and Vapo really did just sort of start to pull away with.
Mango didn't get a good armored truck, but and he didn't get the God curated like Vapo, and then Duff truck also didn't go his way. Very hard strats there. I mean, he got curator strat, just Vapo got a better one.
Vapo got a very nice curator. We're now being blessed. Though I do recommend you watch Mango, who's actually playing the game. If you need some spooky Greg effects while during downtime, Vapo is seemingly willing to provide.
That's our fourth spooky Greg now. We all love spooky Bob. Oh my gosh, there's two of them. It's Spooky Bob. How do you know which one's which?
You not tell the difference? That's disappointing.
They're identical twins, man.
I was thinking we might see a human cookbook there, but
no, I think it's quite horrible.
Yeah.
Yes, you're right, Hal. That one is correct. That one's Bob. I apologise for this transgression.
It turns out I can in fact predict the future, as we do in fact get the human cookbook.
Oh my gosh, he has gone for... Oh my grandpa!
Oh, and
the wasp
killing grandpa. So that's a fun little glitch he can get in
what
this game.
A way to finish this. And Mango's gone into there we go, back into third person, showing us the ghost car.
Yeah. Although we may have we can occasionally take issue with overly wasting time. I think we can all agree that he's finishing the run. It's still, reasonably fast.
We all love a good cookbook.
It's worth seeing the end where this rocket vehicle is apparently also self-steering.
It's steering and it's not turning the steering wheel, as the channel itself points out. This is quite the oddity. I mean, I'm sure we've all seen this in a lot of cars, but I don't think I've seen it in this one.
Yeah.
It's very jarring.
Very scary, actually. We've got a car that's driving itself, and we've got a speedrun channel that's posting itself. So it's a lot of sentience.
And there's a rocket strapped to this self-driving car.
Yeah.
This game was ahead of its time. Self-driving rocket cars.
Self-driving.
Back in 2003. Radical could predict the future. they left the game in its current state. Oh, and Mango, he tried to get out and in of the car to reset the hit and run meter, but it didn't work because he's already got out and in of the car earlier to get human cook.
Yeah, that's that was a surprisingly recent discovery, actually. Quite a small one, but quite fun. In these forced car missions, if you get out of the car and go back in for the first time, your car isn't properly set the first time, so it resets your hit and run meter, and it's very useful in these last missions where hit and run is, as we saw earlier, actually is a really nice way to make things far harder than they need to be.
The game confuses itself by automatically putting you into a car.
Yeah, forces you in a car, but forgets to tell itself that that is your car. So.
Okay.
Yeah, very much a good summary of a lot of how this game sort of works. Cool.
And here we come. We're coming up to time for Mango. It's been a great race. Always miss the beams. You have to drive back into it.
That's one of the scariest things. Oh, and strangely, Grandpa appears again to kill the aliens.
Oh, Grandpa. Oh, what an interesting race. Even if it says 8 minutes from the end, but that was far closer most of the way throughout.
Yeah, it's
some waist drops towards the end.
Yeah, it's very interesting.
I don't know if Mango wants to join for a post-race interview. I assume Vapo won't.
We'll ask Vapo.
Well, we don't have much. I think it's quite a tight time limit for this.
That's a good question, actually.
15 minutes.
It's the next race in 15 minutes.
Yeah, 15
yes,
minutes.
It is.
Seasoner versus Raj.
Yes.
Should be quite interesting.
Yeah, I've got the. I've got the spreadsheet open, but.
I don't see any sign of Mango in the chat.
Yeah.
No, great. I mean, this race definitely lived up. We definitely had a lot of fun, didn't we?
I had a lot of fun. It was very good, very interesting race.
I think I've proved my copy of Hit and Run's haunted.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
You had a ghost car. There's nothing more haunted than that. Race definitely lived up.
It was pretty
definitely had a lot of fun, didn't we?
I had a lot of fun. It was very good. I don't know what to say about that self-driving rocket car.
The cutscene skips, Mango.
I've been really good at cutscene skips.
There's nothing more
over the
haunted
weekend,
than that.
and then just that.
Yeah.
It's fine. It was fun.
Yeah,
I mean,
we
it
were
was
very
still
close.
good pace going to the
driving rocket car.
It was.
The cutscene skips.
It felt like I'd been playing badly, but the pace was good. If you take out the two cutscenes, I was well ahead. So I don't know.
I mean,
it's a good sign.
Considering what you had to do Autopsy 1
you were
again,
good
pace going to Homer with the Spooky Greg, and you did Autopsy 2 twice, you didn't get the out of bounds either time. If though the out of bounds had worked, that was still going to be really close to PB.
Yeah, it's possible, definitely.
Considering what you had to do Autopsy 1 again, with the you confident for the rest of the tournament, and you did Autopsy 2 twice, you didn't get the out of bounds either time. If though the out of bounds does beat the still going to be really close to PB. It's PB.
Yeah, I'm hoping I can at least win a few, but I'm not planning to win the whole thing, but I'll take it if it happens.
Don't put yourself up against Vapo again. Is my suggestion.
Oh no, that's the rematch at the end of the Mighty Ducks.
Yeah,
I'm the Mighty Ducks and Vapo is whoever the baddies are, and I'm going to thrash it.
Yeah, I think
we probably need to wrap up fairly soon so that I can relinquish control of this channel to the person who's streaming the next one.
But we'll be back soon. We've got Seasoner versus Raj in just a quarter of an hour, being commentated on by Ask JT and Cal.
Yeah.
And then 2.5 hours after that, we have Sally versus Derek, another exciting matchup. And we have Alexis and Sparrow for that one.
Yeah, so I strongly recommend now you go to the toilet, get a drink, get some food if you need to, because
I have missed dinner for this.
I did eat just beforehand, but I'll get some more, I think.
Well, thank you, Apple, for commentating and hosting.
Okay.
And thank you, Mango and Vapo, for a fun race.
Yeah, congratulations, Vapo. Thank you, Mango, for making it exciting and for showing us ghost cars. And yeah, so I think we'll stop now and we'll be ready for a race in 15 minutes.
Yeah, goodbye, everyone.